every soap can have a bad week, which is I don't know, in Soapland it feels like a bit of heresy, a bit of like fucking, how dare you fucking say that? I need to be entertained every week for my 4 hours of time, and it's pretty important. It's one of those things where I think people forget. People will get upset at the idea, like, oh, what do you mean? But it's my entertainment. Like, people get a bit too invested in what they believe, because when you enter like a long-term like fandom and you keep developing on like your enjoyment of this thing, your expectations get higher and higher. And especially off the back of Christmas and the flash forward last year, and just generally a very successful 2023, now the pressure's on for 2024. Now we need to build more. Now we need to do better. Now we need to have something bigger than the 6, we need to do something better. And that's something that's hard to reach, because the only way you're really going to reach those goals is unless you have a fucking savant in the writing team, or you've already planned out what's next. You already know what's going to happen next, so you can gradually progress the story higher. I'm not a writer, by the way. All conjecture, could be lying. No, it's all right. But where it ends up being is that because people have such lofty expectations, now just certain things don't cut it, Obviously, this comes off the back of Whitney's Milton Keynes episodes, which a lot of people really didn't like. And I don't think it was because of the episodes being bad. I think it's because people are out on the character Whitney. I think people don't give a fuck. I don't think people care about Whitney or Zach or Whitney having a kid or Brittany. People just are kind of like, why the fuck are we having this now? Like, whilst not forgetting that Whitney's been on the show since 2008. She's been on the show for 16 years. She deserves a genuine, well fucking earned exit and a happy ending, honestly. And it was kind of ridiculous as to how fucking bizarre the outcry was. And obviously us on the podcast, we were kind of like, yeah, the episodes are fine. like, carry on.
I understand the outcry, because it's like, oh, Bianca's coming back. It must be big, It must be exciting. Fuck you, by the way, because you didn't bring back Terry. But I digress.
Terry died for
bring
this.
back Terry. So like, obviously, you're like, oh, Bianca's back. It's going to be big. I feel like everyone thought these episodes were going to be bigger than they thought. Like, they're like, oh, Bianca's back, and now Whitney's going to interact, and Zach's going to interact. Oh, and there's a child, and there's a drug addict mom, and there's all these kids. Yeah, woo? Question mark? And it's like, yeah. I think I like that. It's just fans were, to me, building expectations that they couldn't keep.
I mean, I think it's not even, I suppose, just kind of like Karen Ackwards, but it's also with the Bianca stuff is built up like, oh, there's this huge fucking announcement coming out, guys. Fucking 9 o'clock, be there. And it's like, oh, Bianca's back. And then it's like, oh shit, Bianca's back fully, like, sick. She's back for like a week. Okay. Cheers.
like, don't get me wrong. I understand, like, if you were disappointed in the Whitney stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to realize that Patsy Palmer, I think that's her name, Patsy Palmer is on a busy schedule.
Yeah.
They couldn't, like, it's not like they can phone up fucking, I know she's dead now, but like, Aunt Sal, is it? Like how they just phone her up and be like, yo, can you come on and film these scenes? Obviously, Patsy Palmer's a DJ and fucking,
she's busy.
this other stuff.
Lives in America,
so, like, you
now.
Can't just phone her,
like,
you just can't phone her up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and be like, yeah, Patsy, we need you for this scene tomorrow. Are you available? Yeah. I'm in fucking Marbella. What do you want, lads? I mean, I let her fuck off.
Yeah.
Because there's schedules and everything. So like, I understand why people were upset. But at the same time, I'm like, there will always be a bad week in soaps. It's like if you get a batch of apples from the shop, 4 out of the 5 apples are going to taste nice, but the 5th apple or one in the middle will just taste horrible. And you have to understand that.
But like, the difference is, people that are eating all the 3 previous apples and are eating the 4th apple, like, what the fuck is this? Why is this apple so bad? It's like, you've just eaten 3 good ones. Yeah, but this apple was the worst fucking apple I've ever tasted in my fucking life. It's like, it's not, though. It's not. Like, we're actually quite entitled in terms of, like, the quality of the soap. Because, look, 2023 was great. 2024 has been great. 2022, shit. Absolute shit. And it could have been this bad. It could have still been shit. But I bet some people even say, yeah, 2022, best year of the soap. And it's like, oh, lads, please. Yeah, 2021 before that as well. Like, fucking.
Now, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I know 2022 is pushing it. But, like, when you're in a global pandemic, I know you have nothing better to do than just twiddle your thumbs and do nothing. Stick a mannequin thumb up your bum. Like, I understand, like, you don't have a lot of things to do. But obviously, when you're coming out of the pandemic, you do have to give them credit because it's like,
Dude,
how many actors
that's
can I
2
get?
years on.
What?
That was 2 years on.
Yeah, I know, but
I know technically the pandemic didn't like end till 2023 or some shit, but you know, I get it.
I'm just saying for 2020 and 2021, like,
Yeah, fair enough. You can get away.
Like,
with
you
it.
can't be like, we need all these actors. Like, you can only have a certain amount of actors on time.
Yeah, of course.
2022,
I
I
mean,
would
it
give
doesn't
the benefit.
excuse the shit right in that.
It doesn't excuse it, but at the same time, people have to be like a bit more lenient for 2020 and maybe 2021.
Some say it felt
2022, I
like people
understand.
were. Some say it felt like they were taking more time to think about COVID protocols than they were the storylines that they were doing.
Why?
There we are. Carry on.
And like, it's just the fact that 2022 is probably, I don't know, it's not the worst year of EastEnders.
No.
EastEnders' worst year was probably 2018, maybe 2019.
Yeah, I don't know. It always fluctuates. It's hard to really.
I say that,
obviously
but
there's
when
the
we get
shit.
2018,
Well, the shit that from we've watched, right? Not the shit that. You know, we haven't watched all the years of EastEnders. We don't have a fucking like a fucking catalog of like. All right, the ranking all 39 seasons of EastEnders. Like, just, you know, there's some stinkers in there.
like, obviously, when if we get to 2018 EastEnders, we're obviously going to be like, oh, this is so fucking shit. And then Bad Boy Alfie comes in, we're like, yeah, best soap of the year. They win. Fucking catch these W's, boys. But, like, every soap's going to have a bad week or a bad year. And you can't, like, yes, you can. Of course, I don't say a paying fan, but you pay for your TV license. So I guess you are a paying fan in a sense. Because you're technically funding the BBC, which is funding EastEnders. So like,
guess.
I understand that technically you're a paying fan. And I understand you might be outraged that this soap's not doing as good as you want it to be because you're paying a TV license about £20 a month. And you should be worth it. And it's like, yeah, well, you're pushing it. And that's why I think soaps will be good and soaps will be bad. You can't really get a middle, because if 1 week's great, you don't expect that the following week's going to be great, and then when the following week comes, it might be bad, and then you're like, oh, maybe next week will be good. Then the next week happens, and it might be bad or it might be good. So it's just like you can't really differ from it. And I think people need to stop criticizing it and actually just live in the moment for it. Because if you criticize everything like Whitney's episode because it's not what they wanted, it's like, yeah, but you were expecting fucking Bianca to come out with fireworks on her nipples, like, and dance in a fucking straight line. Like, you know what I mean? Your expectations were too high.
You say dance in a straight line like it's hard.
Well, it's just fireworks on her nipples.
Easiest thing possible. Yeah, no, fair. Did work. Nice analogy. I like it. Yeah, and I think it's just I think people don't realize what they have. It's that kind of whole thing where, you know, people go through a breakup and then you're reflecting like 2 years on and you're like, oh man, it used to be so good. It used to be, and a lot of people don't typically recognize when they do have genuine greatness in their hands. That instead, the second that happens, people are like, "Well, what do I do?" Start fucking some fucking jelly wobbling. Start fucking juggling it. I think people don't know what to do with it, and I do think we are quite spoiled because. Some people don't like when I say, I think Corrie's been shit. I think Corrie's been shit. I love Corrie. It became a favourite soap for the last couple of years, till this previous year. But I think it's been garbage. And I think we're quite blessed to have a very good cast and a decent direction for the show. But fucking, once again, because it's not always the Six carrying the show. And then when the Six stuff is carrying the show, people are like, I don't like the Six stuff. Can we just move on to the 40th Whodunit where Nish dies? And so we're doing the Whodunit now. This is the Whodunit. This is the aftermath. No, fucking no. And because people can't get the idea out their heads, it just kind of tars their image. Where... It's always the other thing where it's you don't appreciate being healthy till you get a cold or till you're sick. And then once you're sick, you're like, Jesus Christ, fucking hell. And then when you get healthy again, it's you forget you were sick. Man, it's fucking easy. It's great. That's what I feel like a bunch of the soap viewers are like, unfortunately. But let's see this person, because this person is being reasonable, saying every soap can have a bad week. So, we've done our little bit, now let's see what other people say. Spoiler, it's Reddit, so... yeah. Given that EastEnders has been criticised for supposedly Milton Keynes episodes at the start of the week, it's not just the BBC soap that can have a bad week. I've seen comments from Corrie and Emmerdale viewers about how their storylines were handled last year, where one week it's either bad or boring. Some viewers haven't enjoyed the Liam Bully story over Mason, even though Corrie is highlighting an important topic and both characters, parents Sean and Maria, haven't seen much screen time in recent years, which is good to see more of them now. The story is still going, even though Liam has now told her mum and Dylan is taking the rap for Mason carrying a knife. Mason will get his comeuppance in the end. See, someone who also knows that stuff is building to something. It's a smart Redditor. We love you, Redditor. Watch them fuck it up now. Emmerdale has had a lack of important topics last year. Only at the beginning of 2023 they highlighted Prevent Suicide, where Paddy was thinking he'd kill himself, which thankfully he didn't. Was a very good storyline and very impactful. Most of last year was about gangsters and violence, and rape that sort. This year they're highlighting Chaz's breast cancer and the faulty gene, which is really important. They'll also highlight Eric's Parkinson's, which has been on pause for quite a while now. I'm not one for negative comments, but from this week's episode of EastEnders, it has become a bit down. I love EastEnders, yes, but I'm hopeful it'll pick up in the coming months once Freddie and the returning Big Fucking Mo arrived back in Walford. This is Piggy's alt account, apparently. I have to say...
No, I like the Milton Keys.
True. I have to say, I've enjoyed watching classic EastEnders, where the aftermath of Den's death is hotting up, with Chrissy and Sam fighting tooth and nail to get what they want. I love the classic Sam. She's got no penny from Andy and Pat, and took the whole lot. Apart from the bookies, I went to Dennis. She even got number 31. Who had thought Andy gave the rest of the money to a dog's charity home? He wasn't even fond of animals, just a bad gangster who cared nothing but himself. Has anyone noticed that the Six has been given a breather recently? With Sharon away and now Denise in mental health unit, she returns on screens next week, by the way. With all the hype from last year, actors, the Walford Six, deserve a break off screen, and we're getting a chance to see other actors have more screen time. Like Denzel in a steroid story coming up, Penny getting more screen time since her return, George, Yolande, Cindy, Reese and Sonia, those actors who weren't in much last year. I also like seeing more of Ravi and Zach's friendship too, so whether you write positive or negative comments, soaps will sometimes have a bad week. Yep, it's pretty fucking good. I'm just quite. I don't understand. Like, basically, the actual original poster nailed it. The Reddit comments, not as reflective as this Redditor, not as not as open to these sorts of thoughts. Someone says, I'm surprised. I haven't been on EastEnders on r/EastEnders all week because I was behind it. Just watched all the week's episodes last night. I love the Milton Keynes episodes. I cried so much. The Whitney and Brittany stuff was brilliant, I thought. But I also just love Bianca, and it was nice to see them finally talk on screen about their similar experiences of miscarriage. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Good review. And someone goes, it was just so bloody good for so bloody long that last week was a shock at how much of a disappointment it was. Obviously, it wasn't EastEnders at its absolute worst, but it felt like a wasted week and a waste of Patsy Palmer.
What the fuck did you expect from her? Honestly, like, I'm not saying Patsy Palmer's a shit actress, right? She's not.
She's fine, but all she had. Look, what else do they want? She had a fucking Bianca screaming match with Keeley, threw a brick through a window, and had serious scenes with Whitney, and had some nice ones with Brittany as well. So that's all you can really get out of this situation. And obviously her being a bit cheeky, flirty with Zach. That's Bianca. That's all she could do in the time she had. She filled all of the fucking tick boxes for what you fucking wanted.
What the fuck did you expect from Patsy Palmer? Like, I'm not shitting on her. I think she's amazing. But like, what were you expecting? Some pantomime shit?
What else could she do? Is my angle for this?
Yeah.
What more could she have done with the time?
Oh, she could have stayed longer. Patsy Palmer obviously betrayed us. She only stayed for 2 episodes. Fucking bitch. She's like, it can't. Now, lads, calm down. She's a busy woman. Like, if we become popular, we're fucking her as a DJ. I don't care.
That is karaoke first.
Get all your Rickies out.
This. Someone says, there is bad and there is bad. That was a total waste of time. No, it wasn't. It was, like I said, we're setting the scenes for Whit and Zach to break up. We're setting up the stuff for Whitney to adopt Brittany and have this baby girl as well. It's not a waste of time. It served a purpose. Whitney is leaving soon. Here's the first steps. That's the purpose.
I'm personally excited that Sickney's leaving. Poor Whack though, he's all drunk and alone. He's just gonna get with Lauren anyways.
He's just gonna get with Lauren or Penny anyways.
True, but again, it's just what did you like? The question you should be asking now is not what did you think of the soap. What did you want from it? What could you possibly want? Because I'm trying, like, it's been, at the time of recording, it's been a week since these episodes aired.
Yes.
This is probably not coming out till next week, so it's been about 2 weeks since these aired. So it's been roughly 2 weeks since these aired by the time this comes out. Ask me, what did you want instead? Because I'm not understanding it. I'm hearing it's shit. But at the same time, I'm getting some people on the other side. It's like I'm in the middle between a football game, or one fan's going, "Oh, you wanker, get off the fucking pitch," and the other's like, "Yeah, you fucker, get on the pitch and streak." Like I'm getting two sides of an argument here, and I'm like, one side's go, "It's fucking shit, fucking horrible, fucking shit show, fucking shit," and the other side's like, "Yeah, it's great, it's brilliant, it's brilliant." I'm stuck in the middle. I'm like, what do you want? Do you want it to be good? Do you want it to be bad? What did you want? Did you want fucking Bianca to hand out ice cream to all the kids, fucking dance around the street, dance like she's happy and gay? What the fuck did you want? Did you want her to come out start doing DJing in the Milton Keynes like? What did you?
That's the Corey theme. Ah well, can't always get it right. Let's get through these next couple of comments. Just I do completely agree, by the way. Nailed it perfectly. It's just, what do you want? Because ultimately, if you it has to be realistic, though. All right, you can't just say, I want a fucking $1 million and someone to blow me every night I wake up. You know, if you had that $1 million, they'd be gone within fucking 2 weeks. Fucking.
Why?
Your mother's rates are too high. There we are. Classic. The viewers' mothers. All of your mothers. $1. You know. Shit joke. We move on. Realistically, soaps just can't keep up the pace and action over the amount of episodes a week they now air. Personally, been an advocate for cutting to 3 episodes for a while now, like the old days. Mainly because I think it would tighten up things more. Fuck it. This video was about to end, but it's now an interesting topic again. I'll just run through the 2 other comments, and we can get 5 minutes on just less or more episodes a week. It's also a week where most actors own major storylines like The Six and Nish were given breaks since they've been working so much in the past 6 months. Exactly. There's no surprise that Sharon's off, Denise is off. I wouldn't be surprised if Linda leaves for a while soon. Kathy has had a much lighter schedule, and Suki kind of as well. But then, yeah. Someone says, I feel like EastEnders is starting to go downhill every week now. It's not necessarily just a one-off. You're allowed your opinion. If it's not hitting the same, you don't have to watch it. It's not a car crash. It's not oh, bloody hell. You can just stop watching. But I suppose also because it happened in Hollyoaks. Piggy, what do you reckon about 3 episodes a week? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you reckon?
I don't mind 4. Honestly, don't mind 4. There is weeks where, I'm slogging through 3 episodes. I'm like, oh, fuck, what did I say? I'll watch 3 episodes of one night and then watch 1 in the morning. Bollocks. Obviously, it's a bit of a slog, but it's interesting, though, I will say, because that side of the fence you'll never win. Because if they go back to 3, the people will be going, why isn't it 4? Bloody gotten fucking soft now, lads. Fucking bring it back to 4, and then they bring it back to 4. It's like, bloody hell, before when it was 3. So you're never gonna win that. You're never gonna win that argument because they're gonna be like, we want more.
We your want preference, less. Would you? It's like when we watch classic EastEnders, we kind of generally we didn't do too many episodes of it, but we did generally breeze through it because it was 3. Oh no, we did it in 2. We did 2 weeks, so we did it in 4. But still, I don't mind the idea of having 3 a week. I think it's a nice balance. Obviously, I still enjoy having 4. I think it's just though 4 is the max in my opinion. I don't want 3 hours a week. And I suppose I'm not as resistant. Like I said, Hollyoaks is going to 3 in September onwards. And I'm sure I'll get to have more experiences to see how it shapes up and whether it's proper, whether I actually enjoy it with just 3, whether they will tighten up the episodes or just delay shit even more. But yeah, I think 4 is the maximum for me. I say that as a Corrie fan. They do 3 1-hour episodes a week, which not as big a fan of that one. I'll be real, we is. But I've enjoyed it in the past when I liked the show more. But I don't hate the idea of experimenting with it more. I just hope that they keep the schedule as it is, keep it Monday, Thursday, at least, and then we get to have Friday off. That's all I care about. Don't set it to 5 episodes, please. Don't give a break in the middle of the week. Just let us fucking be. Please.
But again, my point is, I don't mind 4. I don't mind 3. Honestly, don't mind 2. Like how I describe it. If less is more, I wouldn't mind 2 1-hour episodes a week. So you have a nice filler. So, like, say the Whitney stuff, instead of having that be two 30-minute episodes, they
Yeah.
bundle that into one, and then the second episode is the aftermath. I wouldn't mind 2 1-hour episodes because that'd be fine. That's honestly then 4 episodes all together. All together now. Um, and so, like, I wouldn't mind it, but personally, I don't mind 4, maybe 3. You're pushing it if you're giving me 5, honestly. You're
Yeah, I
pushing it
think
there.
5's a bit much, personally.
Yeah, it's like you've tickled my balls. Stop it now. Stop it.
I've had
Stop it
enough.
now.
Leave it
I've had
out.
enough. I can in 6 seconds. I blew my beans too quick. Will you stop now? I'm fucking tired. Leave me alone. I'm grumpy. I'm gonna fart now. It's like just yeah. 5 you're pushing it. 4 is maximum.
I think it depends on the medium though. Like Hollyoaks is still 5 episodes currently, but their episodes are like roughly 20 to 25 minutes. Like there's still like a bit like taken away. So even if you're watching 5 20-minute episodes, it's like what, a fucking hour 20. Like it's not as like long and lengthy. Plus the pacing of Hollyoaks is different, so there's always shit happening in Hollyoaks. But yeah, no, I agree. I don't really have a preference right now. Obviously, we'll see as time comes, as more shows seem to be declining in a sense. We'll see how it shapes up. But what do you think? Tell us in the comment section down below. Are soaps allowed to have an off week? Is it too much to ask that a show's actually allowed to just chill for a hot minute? I think EastEnders has done a good job at least having a lot of the more like stress, a lot of the like slower weeks be fantastic. But I think the one example, just to fully round it out, is everybody is crying about the Whitney stuff, but everybody loved the George stuff. And yes, the George stuff was remarkably better, but everybody likes George. Not many people like Whitney. You know? Like, obviously, it's hard to compare, as one is a very, like, fucking important social issue and was a really good portrayal from multiple different perspectives. But also, people like George 10 times more than they do Whitney. Maybe it's a shit gotcha, but
I will say, like, the difference I will put it is, and I don't mean this harshly to Sonia McGrath, whatever the fuck her name is.
Oh yeah, Shona McGarty.
Shauna McCarthy. I don't mean this rudely, but George didn't need anyone else to back him up in his episodes. But Whitney, like, how can I put it? Whitney, you needed a dessert with it, if that makes sense. And the dessert was Bianca. Like, I'm not being mean to Bianca or
just to
Whitney.
add, though, Whitney also didn't get as much build to her episode, right?
Yeah, she didn't.
Suddenly, she's been out of the square since January, and they've been gone. It's like, wait, what? And like, they didn't really make a big deal out of it then. They haven't made a big deal out of it now. So, I think it's just but yeah, it's a hard thing to do, in my opinion.
Like honestly, like, it's just the fact that Whitney didn't get as much build. Like if they, because obviously we live in a different time now, but if they honestly put out teasers like, this is gonna shock you, and then they show clips of like Bianca throwing a brick through the window, Bianca yelling, like, you think you've seen it all, but have you seen it all really? Here's what's happened in the past 5 weeks, and it's a little teaser. Like, my favorite that I see sometimes, when I think of like how soaps like used to do promos to build up the episodes, it's like there's one that I always go to where they were hyping up Den's return in all 3.
Yeah.
And it's like, so they had all these like clips where it's like someone on an airplane, and it's like, have you heard he's back? And then it's like they're in a restaurant, have you heard he's back? And I'm like, if they did that with Whitney, where it's like, have you heard she's back? Like, and did all this build up, I think it would be received better. But at the same time, it was just Bianca's returning, here's Whitney, and that's it. And I didn't mind it, but again, I'm probably in the minority here. where I loved the Milton Keynes episode.
Yeah,
Mainly because
I
Bianca
thought
threw
it was just a great change of pace, really.
Mainly because fuck me, Patsy Palmer has some thrower. Like the way I was scared she was gonna lob that brick at some like fucker in this. Like some guys just holding the camera back there. It's like, Patsy, when you're ready, Patsy, just roll up that brick. Oh fuck me head, you bollocks! Ah, fuck, you hit me right in the temple.
But yeah, I think it is just harder because people don't like Whitney. But yeah, I had a point
Honestly,
to carry
mate,
off
I
of
did.
yours, but I've completely forgotten it.
I just want to end it. They did a day in the life of Whitney to showcase her episodes. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah,
The walking, so Whitney showing us walking through, and you just see Steve McFadden. He's just sat there. He's just sat there, legs out, and fucking sat down like that. And say, "Oh, been a rough Christmas, has it?" That belly, you know.
says like busy Christmas, eh? Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's a great little clip.
And there's another one with Eve. I forgot Heather Orwin or something is her name. So she's walking with the belly on her, and like Eve's to go, "Oh, you're pregnant, aren't you? Yeah. Can I feel it?" She's genuinely believing that she's pregnant. And then like you just see fucking Natalie Cassidy just looking at her like, well, you're not pregnant. No. She's confused. But I do love when they do a day in a life. It's funny.
It is funny, but
it is
just
it is funny. It's funny when I see fucking Dean Wicks in his Dean Wicks uniform.
Yeah,
because
it was wild.
He's just in a tracking bottoms. He's just in a tracksuit.
Yeah, fuck me. I remember what I was gonna say, and then you carried on, and then I fucking forgot it again. But the point being, ultimately, is not every week's gonna be fucking gangbusters. All right, everything needs time to simmer. You know, get shit marinating, fucking taste better. You can't just fucking. It's like me figuring out that the reason why when you get like a smoothie or a milkshake when you go out to like a fancy place, and you get a really nice milkshake or a smoothie, is because they're adding a bunch of like really tasty shit in there that I'm not like if I'm just blending up a bunch of fruits and I'm like, oh, this will taste great, baby. It doesn't taste like a bunch of fruits blended up. That's not a fucking smoothie. That's not a milkshake. You need the right ingredients. But yeah, I enjoyed the Milton Keynes week, as did Piggy. Tell us what you thought about it, and tell us how you're feeling about the show currently. Because if there is a vocal majority of people saying, I just think it's a bit shit, lads, maybe we do need to think otherwise. Maybe we're just fanboys. But as always, tell us in the comment section down below. We have been watching Walford. We have a Discord if you want to join in on the conversation. We have 3 ways to support us financially. Links are in the description. And finally, we have a wrestling channel called One More Match 182, where we review WWE, ECW, and we run through in a more OSW type style of reviewing Christian's World Heavyweight title run in 2011, where after Edge's retirement, he finally wins the big one. But it doesn't really go the way he expected it. And we go through that pretty fucking detailed, pretty fucking chronologically. So go ahead and watch that.
Just imagine Christian and his Whitney, and just imagine that car as he's push. And that's basically what happened. He just fucking gets steamrolled. Just oh fuck. But yeah, we will
finally
see you.
Made it. Kill it. Ow. Nah. Yes.
Fucking a sniper. But we will see you on the next one. Bye bye.